Hi Steve, Brian Louie with Compass. It was good to meet you today, this morning over the phone. I actually thought I would just go ahead and shoot a video of the property for you. You did mention that your daughter would be on a video call. It sounds like you may be local. Didn't ask where your daughter is, but thought in addition to just getting a sense for the property and the items that we spoke about, also to serve as an example of how I can help in the search if your daughter is in a different location and can't get to see properties. Even though the demand is tailing off and going into the winter, the market has been really fast. So my clients have found that these videos are super helpful in vetting properties more efficiently. So this is a 360-degree video, so it's not obviously as good as a live stream, but it is a video where you can view all angles. So if you haven't seen a 360-degree video before, you can view all angles. So if you're on a desktop on YouTube, you can drag and drop your mouse cursor and look around, so you can see different angles. And then if you're on a mobile phone, you can use the accelerometer on your phone to just view it. And if you have a headset, a VR headset, you can feel like you're here. But anyhow, I talk fast and move fast, so if you do want to look at different angles, it's best to just pause the video and then look around, so you don't get too dizzy. But again, hopefully this just serves as an example video of how it can be helpful in the future. So right off the bat, I'll just go over the specs. So listed at 1.4, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,154 square feet, and the lot is 0.65, a little over 28,000 square feet. I usually do these videos in 2 parts. The first part will be inside, so the interior of the structure, and then part 2 will be the exterior, so the outside. A lot of land, a good portion of it is in the front. I'll cover more of that in part 2, but I did want to point out this driveway, long driveway. It's below, the home is below street level, so all this water is flowing down here, and I think it's contributing to a lot of the sloping in the floors that we discussed over the phone. You can see they even put like mini sandbags here to prevent this water from getting in here, so it doesn't have a proper drain system around the perimeter of the home, again, especially with it being below street level. Okay, so we'll walk in here in the entry. So this front part sloping towards the street. So again, the water is the first point of attack for the water. It's not being diverted away properly. Just overall, you get a sense for the over the video. This home doesn't feel open at all. I don't know if that's a criteria of yours, but it just feels very mazy, and each room is really just very compartmentalized. So each section just feels not connected to each other. So this whole floor is sloping to the left towards the street. So to orient you, we just kind of walk from the entryway, kitchen, and all the living areas on the right side of the home. Bedrooms are on the left. Okay, so we'll start here in the bedrooms because I do want to point out the foundation thing I mentioned earlier. So this room is not as impacted. This is the first bedroom right off of the hallway. So here in the front you can see looks like this has been painted, and not as much sloping as the next room, but you can feel a slight dip going in that direction. This is the room that I referenced, so the second bedroom on the far left, far left of the hallway, but also when you're standing in front of the street, the bedroom on the far left. So here it is. So I may have overshot the space. So it's about 1 inch and a quarter maybe. So you can see the dip. Just follow the baseboard line. This appears to have been all carpeted, and then they just cut out, the original construction, these are the original hardwood floors, and then hardwood wasn't popular at one point, put carpet in, easier on the feet, and they just cut out the carpet, I think, to prepare the home so people can see the original hardwood floor. So this probably was just filled with carpet, and even though you could feel the slope, you wouldn't see it. But it is significant. And again, just looking up, this is all this water, the moisture collecting here. There's just no drainage, so that's my assessment of most probably what is going on. Because again, we're not on a steep hill, even though the whole city is on a hill. We're not on a cliff like many homes in Orinda, where the only backyard you have is a deck. Okay, so that was bedroom number 2. There is not a master in this home, so you know, not ideal for many. But this is bathroom number 1. So here we are, sloping towards this way. On the floors, again, you won't be able to tell in the video, but I'm just sharing it verbally. So we got this bathroom is shared amongst these 3 bedrooms here. So here's the, we'll call this for now, I guess, the master. Oh, sorry, I take that back. There is a master. My apologies. It's just really small, so you wouldn't even notice it just because it looks like a closet from this side. But anyhow, here's the master. Small shower stall, single sink, single vanity, and a toilet. This room actually feels the most level out of all of them. Okay, so bedroom number 3, master. And then before we go downstairs, which is that door here, we'll go through the living area. So we'll start here at the main entry, and then curl back around. So you can see this wall here is kind of making this very closed off, both of these walls here. So we'll call this the dining area. Kitchen, again, cosmetically needs updates. The good thing is large windows, so when you're looking out from the kitchen, you know, this room feels a little bit larger than it is because it's looking out to the backyard, but it's really not. And so this whole thing is sloping towards the backyard. So we have a hump in the middle, sloping towards the street and sloping in the back. And then here's, we'll call this the living room for now. I think downstairs I'll just call it the family room. So front living room here. This appears to be an extension. There's this whole awkward area here. They put built-ins here, and then moving over to this is a converted garage space. So this could be a laundry room if you wanted. I'll point out the laundry in a second here. It's back in the front, but this was a piece of the converted garage, because you can see here's the garage door, and it's now only a 1 car. So we got this here is converted, so not ideal. So you could easily take that out to make it back to a 2 car, but it requires some work. All right, so normally, again, I use these videos to do 2 things. Number 1, you know, vet things that you can't get in most of the pictures, like, you know, floor plan, etc. But I'm really, and I don't know your refined criteria, but I use it as an opportunity to make sure, you know, all the boxes are checked, vetting your criteria. And then again, most importantly, from my perspective, and my style is different than most in real estate, I point out all the red flags, all the things you need to know. So I'm kind of the negative guy. It's not for everyone, but considering how big these decisions, investments are, you know, I just call out all the bad things. So here we are on the, we'll call this the unpermitted, well, not that they're advertising this space. Let me just check actually. So public records. Showed 21, 3-bedroom, 2154. So can't get a great sense just off my head. The upstairs does not feel like 21 square feet, so this might be, I mean, just given the ceiling height, I can't see how this is legitimate livable square footage. So I'm going to call this as this is not on record, and upstairs is the 2154, even though it doesn't actually feel like it. I don't actually have the camera to just measure everything and measure square footage, etc. easily, but what I did want to do is just measure the ceiling, since we talked about that. and I already know what it is because I measured it before recording. But as you can see here, it's we'll call it 7 feet. Okay, so it's and then you have an air vent here, so it's even shorter. So we have that space, and then here's another room. This room is not in the room count, but this is heavy sloping towards here. I'm sorry, towards the window. Heavy sloping here, and again the carpet's concealing that. More low ceilings. Okay, so here's the crawl space. Signs of moisture down here. As you can see, the cracking in the soil. A little bit hard to see the foundation walls from this point, but you know, we already know the condition of it, but we could do a more thorough if needed at a later date. Doesn't appear that inspections were provided. I looked up the notes. Looks like they are accepting offers with contingencies, because it doesn't sound like they did inspections. Okay, so heavy cracking here, not surprised, in the concrete slab. So this is what it looks like here exposed. You can imagine it's probably all the same underneath this rug. Okay, so that's a real quick walkthrough of the interior of the home, and then we'll do part 2 on the outside. Okay.